Maple Leafs 6, Rangers 3 in a game that was 3-3 headed to the third, Steve, but a period to forget. A final 20 minutes that did not work well for the Rangers that saw Toronto score 2 goals in a 47-second span early in the third, and that really set back the Rangers.
You know, I remember when we had our coaching change where Tom Rennie was relieved, John Tortorella came on. Our first few meetings were with the full staff. Jim Schoenfeld came in the locker room. And one thing he wanted from our team at that point was to mature towards a team that would help each other. And what I remember from that meeting was Jim Schoenfeld presented us with this question. He said, guys, if you give the puck away in the slot area, are you willing to sacrifice your body for the team to get a block? The answer was yes. It was unanimous. But then the second question was, if you give the puck away in the slot, but it was one of your teammates, are you willing to sacrifice your body to do the same for him? Mm-hmm. That was the one thing that I thought about in this game, John, where when a Ranger made a mistake, was somebody there to back him up and kill the play? I didn't see that enough. I didn't see it enough if it was a defenseman sticking up for a forward for a defenseman, or even the goalie bailing out the defenseman. This is hockey. It's a team sport. You can inject 2 or 3 really skilled players each year to your lineup, but it doesn't change the overall outcome unless you have that culture. That's what I would like to see more of. Just sticking up for one another, not in a combative way where you're fighting, but bailing somebody out after a mistake.
A third straight loss for the Rangers, the last 2 at home in regulation time. And I think what's most disappointing about this game, Steve, is that resilience, which has been a Ranger word this year, was on display tonight. They fall behind 2-0 in the first period, scored 2 to come back and tie it. Fall behind in the second, score 1 to tie it at 3, which is where they took it into the third. But then resilience went ultimately all for naught.
Yeah, and it was a night that I thought that Frederik Andersen, their goalie, was a little bit shaky. There was 3 posts, there was 3 empty nets that were missed. Surely with a little bit of luck, the game could have been a little closer, but the game was played in Toronto's favor. The final shots are 40-22. So they were outchanced, the Rangers were. Do you deserve to win the hockey game? It doesn't feel like the Nashville game, does it? Where you felt like afterwards the Rangers got robbed of 2 points. This one went in Toronto's favor because they were the better team.
And you predicted it would go this way. You said 6-5. You got it half right, and you could have been 5, as you said. What was it about this game and this whole night that you suspected would be this?
Well, it starts with the holidays. I feel like things just get looser. And again, there were no analytics when I was playing, but we all felt like things got looser. There's a lot of distractions off the ice during the holidays. Most of these hockey players are making plans for their family to come into town, tickets for games, shopping for your wife. You know how it is. And look, these guys, the human element does take place. And you know what else everybody wants to do during the holidays? They want to score. Yeah. They want to score for the people that are watching them. Everybody's got time off work. And I feel like there's more offense to be had during the holidays. Again, I don't know the exact numbers, but I always felt that way as a player. Allaire brought it up to us. He would warn us before the holiday season begins. Guys, get ready. Goals are going to be scored, and there's going to be chances. And everybody's goals against goes up. Your save percentage drops, so be prepared for the holidays. That was his line all the time. And we saw it tonight. I thought it was going to be loose. The Rangers are an offensive team. The Leafs are an offensive team. They both rank in the bottom 5 in the league at giving up chances.
Opportunities, right?
So there's the hard number there.
Yeah. And the Rangers did score 3 on the night, and they scored 3 before half the game was over. And it was a common theme for all 3 goals: work ethic, forecheck.
And when things are going well, you see them working together. And when you see the lines that the Rangers had put together for this game that worked well together, there was that continuity, getting up the ice together, getting it in deep. This is the way they had to play and not trade rushes. Great chip off the wall there from Kreider off his speed, which is such an asset in his game, and it's so important to have.
Is that on purpose right there?
Oh, yeah, for sure. Yeah, for sure. The way he had his stick wedged in against the boards, 100%. And he's made some pretty crafty passes this year. Strom's goal, same thing. The Rangers get in as a unit. Forecheck, behind the net is Buchnevich. Waiting as an outlet is Panarin, pass across the ice, Strome. Everybody's in perfect position. The ice is divided up and equalized, and then there's no outs for Toronto there. That's making it very difficult on them, and they've got each other's back.
First goal in 16, the monkey off the back move right there, and then Pavel Buchnevich. First goal in 10, same thing.
Same thing. The monkey comes off his. Now, look, off this face-off, this is when Toronto packs it in. They're up by a goal at this point. They're playing very passive zone defense. They're not chasing. The job of the defenseman here, and this is Stahl in this case, he has to get it past that first guy that's going to try and make the block for Toronto in front of him. That first forward, just get it by that guy. You get it by that guy, you've got piles of players. I thought that both Bushnevich, who was great in front of the net, and so was Kreider, they created enough havoc there. But again, they're doing it together. You know, it's a team concept offensively. I saw that offensively. I don't know if I saw that defensively in the same mindset.
We saw the Rangers have only 12 shots on goal through 2 periods. They hit 3 posts in the first 2 periods. So that's really could have been 6 out of 15 shots that could have gone in. When you look at the final total, as you said, 22, do you walk away from the game simply saying they didn't get nearly enough rubber at Freddie Anderson? Or do you tip your cap to Toronto and say they did so much effective offensively with the puck that the Rangers didn't have a chance to put that many more?
I think it's fair, but what's not fair, if we're talking what's fair, is Tavares, Nylander, Marner, Matthews, okay? Those are 4 elite players, and the Rangers, to be fair, Zibanejad and Panarin. And Panarin was awesome tonight. Make no mistake about it. He controlled the game, right? And Zibanejad's always going to pitch in. But it's 4 against 2. If you're talking rock stars against rock stars, and they've got a bigger band.